Hi guys, uh, Maru here, or Martin, on Facebook. I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to get playing Dice Masters on Vassal. First thing you want to do is obviously get Vassal and install it. Do this by looking for Vassal on Google, and it's going to be the first link, which is vassalengine.org. You do download Vassal 3 to 15, whatever, for Windows. You click the link, and it's going to download. You obviously double click it, and it will install it for you. I've already have it installed, so I'm not gonna reinstall it. Next, you want to get the module, because that's how Vassal works. There's like hundreds of games, and each game is called a module. So just look for Dice Masters, and obviously, you have a bunch of links. Just click the Uncanny X-Men one, which it happens to be a sub-module of a main module. This link is clickable where it says Avenger versus X-Men, because that's the main module. Click the link, and you can download here. You download the latest version. It's pretty straightforward. I've already downloaded it. Then just go in, you start your Vassal. Obviously I use it pretty often, so it's in my start bar. And in the beginning, basically, this screen will not have anything about Dice Masters. Now you can double click the module after you download it, but I would suggest of just going to File, Open Module, and then find the module in the folder where you downloaded it, and click and do Open. You can double click it, but it did not work for me a couple of times, so I would say do it with the new module. Now I'm getting this screen because I've already kind of registered. There's no true registration, but you would actually, the first time, you would get a screen that says, enter your name and a password, and that's only the first time. And after you do that, you will get to this screen. Or if you don't, next time you start your Vassal, you're gonna have Dice Master here. You double click it, and it will obviously take you to the screen. You go look for a game online, and you do finish. What you want to do first, of course, is create a couple teams, or not, or it's one team, but you kind of have to create it twice. So the first thing is you want to click where it says New Game, and just type in creating a team. It'll be nice. You press enter. There's no button, and you automatically join the room, creating a team. I would suggest in the beginning just locking the room so people, don't come and mess your stuff up. Then you click New Game, and you select yourself as player 1, and finish. Now, what happens is, you're gonna get this screen, or any type of different screens. Anyway, move those out of the way. We don't need them for the creation. Resize the window here, so you see this is the pool. Now, create a team. You click this icon with a bunch of stuff, and this will open your selection for different dice and cards. Vassal is made of a million windows, which you have to recite all the time, and then you will start creating your team. So first we're going to do a player 1 team, and here you select the cards. Now obviously we you cannot drag the actual cards. So I would say, I mean, you cannot drag the name, which sucks. So you have to drag the image, and let's say we're gonna get a Hulk, a Human Torch, and then you would click on AVX dice, of course. Then you drag in, let's say, a couple of Hulk, Beasts, then Captain America, say a Hulk, and a couple of Human Torches. And maybe you want some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Let's say you drag a dragon, a Blade Knight. Of course, you go to the dice, get a few blue eyes. You have a Blade Knight. And we got a couple of those, and maybe you want some D&D as well. And let's say we do Dwarf Cleric and an Elf Wizard. Now, so let's see, Elf Wizard. We do a couple of dice for him. If you hover over the card, it will give you a bigger version of it. So Dwarf Cleric. And then we want some actions. So basic action. And it's a mess, like each is different. Like for instance, this one has the action by number, the cards by number, and D&D has them by name. So ordered. So anyhow, let's say we want like a blessing, put your blessing, and we want a charm, put your charm, and that's it. So now save the theme. You go to File, Begin Log File, and we're gonna call this Random Crap Player 1, and random team stuff. Now you left click and drag around all the cards, even if it does not look that they're selected right now. Once you drag all over them, you right click and you select clone. Just clone it, then you go to File and you do End Log File. Now, next, what you want to do is drag everything to this side. This will be for player 2, and move your actions. Obviously, delete if there's extras. Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, so what I would say is do close game, and then again do new game, and do player 2 this time. And now to load the team, you go to load continuation and you do random crap player 1. Now nothing shows up though, so you have to press this step forward button at the top and press it once. It says end of log file, start new log file. I would say don't prompt again, or just no. I just do no. Now we want to do the second team, see, again, it doesn't look like we've selected anything, but we actually have. And yeah, so boom, and stupid, but you know, just move them manually, I guess. Yeah. It's a little bit pain. Um, so then you move, get the hook, and get this guy. And then you move your actions. And now, again, you do begin log file, random crap, and player 2. Random player 2. Obviously, you can do bigger comments. And again, so then you select everything. And right click, clone, and log file, and close game. And then you can come back to the room. Now, suppose you want to play, create a new room, my new game, enter, you automatically get sent to the room, my new game. You can actually close this, and then you just go new game. If you're the one creating it, I would say player 1. Say player 1. It opens it, and you do load continuation. You load the correct one, press play, and this loads the team for you. Now, you have player 1 mat and player 2 mats, and you know, say put them like this. But again, like you have to like change windows all the time, move windows to see, you know, what they're going to do. Anyway, so you can roll your dice. I rolled 4, so I'll probably be going second in a real game, but doesn't matter. Let's say I'm going first. What you do is, this is your dice bag. I know it doesn't look like a dice bag, but it is your dice bag, and you click, left click, and drag a die, and 2, and 3, and 4. So you got 4 die, then you press this this thing. It doesn't look like a button, but it actually is a button, and you can press it, and it rolls them for you. It's a horrible roll, but let's say we want to keep one of the sidekicks, you know, for later. Now we move the one that we want to keep to the do not reroll section, and we click roll. That is better. We're gonna do field zone. You know, we're gonna fill our character. We are going to, and then we're going to do use pile, and let's say we buy an elf. And once you're done, you know, obviously, for instance, in this situation, you would want to say pass, give them priority, they'll do their thing, and then attack phase. Technically, let's say we can't attack even, so you press this arrow until you get to done. Now, depending on the player, you can actually, you know, go through each step like, you know, in a real game, but it's too cumbersome, in my opinion, to do. So, anyhow, they will do their thing, you know, obviously, get some stuff, blah, 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 roll it. You have control over their screen as well, but, you know, generally it's not a good idea. But, you know, you're able to drag stuff, and I'll show you why. Let's say we had magic missile, which we don't, but if we had magic missile and they have it here, obviously you can just drag this and they'll see it and be like, oh, okay, he's magic missiling my guy. Maybe it's a good idea to actually say magic missile and so on and so forth, but it doesn't matter. Let's say we had Professor X, obviously, this is actually a chat, so you can do PXG1, for instance, and, just let them know when they give you priority that you want to do PXG1, and you can drag the selection and move those to your prep area. Now, so it's next turn, and then you do your 4 dice, and let's say you roll it, and yeah, this is not that good. We'll reroll them, and let's say we are going to do spend 2, and let's say we buy ourselves a beast. Now, the bag is empty, and let's say we had Resurrection Global, which lets us pull 1 die from our bag. We do not want, because, obviously those 2 are in transition, and, those are not. Let's say we can do PXG Global, so this will be in transition, only for 1 die, and now we only have those 2 that are not in transition, and those are in transition. So you can actually click on one and just drag it to the red thing, and then click on the second one and drag it. It automatically, randomizes them when you drag them in there. So you're gonna draw your 1, put it in your prep, and we're gonna go 1 more turn. And so at this point, now it's our turn again. I draw 1, and I only have one die in the bag, and obviously, and then you can click this arrow, which does not look like it can be clicked, but it can, and that will move everything from your spout to your bag. And you can drag your next 3 dice. When when you're let's say we had those, and let's say he actually had one of those, for instance. It's a good practice when you're attacking. You declare your attack, and then he can say, okay, I'm gonna block him with him and him with him, and so this way, or you can even drag it to them, just to show them what's going on. If you have an ability like Psylocke, there is a targeted ability, you can target them, spend the 2, and that's that. And then whenever health is involved, you can right click your heart and go decrease, increase, or set a value, let's say 10. There's also shortcuts. Anyway, another thing, whenever you have to reroll stuff, let's say they play the storm, and the storm that rerolls particular characters, you can actually select a die, and say we had 3 dice, and he's like, I want you to reroll those 2. Now you can just select both, or you can click on one and then press shift, hold shift, and click on the second one, and that will select only those 2, and then you can select any number of dice. But anyway, so let's say we select those. You can right click and do roll, and this will reroll them, and we would take 4 damage if they use the win rider, and they will go to our use pile. You can do this in your reserve pool, but I would suggest to use the do not reroll thing because it's more visual for them, so they know what exactly is going on, and they don't have to like look at the crazy amount of chatter that Vassal generates. Um, and yeah, that is about it. Um, of course, you have the pass. You can right click and level up and down characters and things like that. You'll still have to do a bunch of writing, in chat to explain especially more complicated things and so on and so forth. You can hover over cards to see what the cards are if you're not aware of, their cards and things like that. And I really like this implementation. It has all the cards. There's a few people playing, and hopefully, now there will be more people. It is not as good as Google Hangouts, but Google Hangouts is not available to, not everybody can do it. You need a camera, you need microphones, a special setup, to let people see your thing, and this is a lot easier to set up and try new ideas, especially if you don't have all the cards and so on and so forth. So and I would say go and join the Dice Master online and on Facebook. Join the group. The group moderators will approve you, and you can ask to play with people, and you can also get on Google Hangouts as well. And good luck and have fun playing Vassal, Dice Masters on Vassal.